I've been asked this question so many times, why vegan? And I remember the moment quite clearly, the moment that I decided to stop eating animals. I was watching the documentary film called Earthlings. And at the time of watching the film, I hadn't eaten beef, lamb and pork for many years as I didn't feel the need, and part of me had already begun to sympathize with these sentient beings. I was so disconnected from the food I ate, and it was in that moment that I decided to change to a vegan lifestyle by learning how to cook vegan and change my eating habits through a yogic way of life. Being an avid Star Wars fan, the concept of the light side and dark side resonated with me and was easily translated into this road of veganism that I now found myself on. So what led me to becoming a chef or wanting to become a chef was basically a yogic way of life. A yogic way of living shows to be kind and compassionate to all things living and all things around you, really. So all of this started to make me think and contemplate more and more about myself and my own existence, because the only way to really change the world around you is to start with yourself, right? And I thought, okay, so how do I change the world around me? I got to start with me. And how am I going to do that? And that's through these actions of being kinder, eating kinder. And I decided then to go and study more yoga philosophy in the States. And with that came an opportunity to study chefing in Austin, Texas. Having come from an advertising background, I realized and I understood full well the power of a brand. And for me, my brand was going to be kindness.
I met Jay many years ago. He happened to be a yoga instructor at my sister's yoga studio. He had that real depth of his energy, and kindness and compassion really shines out of him, out of every pore.
My link to the sanctuary has been through a very good friend. His sister and I go back in our yoga journey together. We started studying a form of yoga which is called Jivamukti yoga, and from Jivamukti's point of view, the main aspect to it is animal rights and animal liberation. So the link per se to Grayton happens to be through the lineage of yoga, which happens to be through Mike and his sister. And yeah, so there's quite a connection that has led us to this point. We have a SnapScan code on our menu, and that money goes straight to the sanctuary. It's their SnapScan code. So that's one of the ways that you could give $10, $5, whatever works for you. Whenever you visit, that money can go straight to the sanctuary through SnapScan. You can also come and volunteer your time and energy here at the sanctuary. You could get in touch with the Grayton Animal Farm Sanctuary.
I think it's really nice, like the initiative that Jay's doing with Grayton Farm Animal Sanctuary, because the ethics are in line. You know, it's be kind, and I guess that's what we're trying to do here as well. So it's a real pleasure to be able to work with him.
Whatever we do in the cafe, we choose to do with that thinking in mind, that brand awareness in mind of compassion and kindness. So that comes down to the suppliers that we use, that comes down to the food that we perhaps go forage. We try and use brands that work within the same ethos that we work in, or we go towards brands that we are ourselves inspired by. And those brands happen to be global and local brands, because I use Be Well mayonnaise on a daily basis, and the product that they've created for a simple small kitchen like ours has helped us efficiently create products day in, day out that are consistent in taste, quality and flavor. Being vegan doesn't mean that we close ourselves off to the rest of the world. It's actually the contrary. The Kind Kitchen is all about creating food that everyone can enjoy, vegan, not vegan. And we actually have a lot of clientele that aren't close to being vegan, and they come and enjoy a vegan meal. And that's exactly why I set out along this path, to showcasing a vegan lifestyle for what it truly is, a lifestyle that imbues compassion for all beings. And that's what I believe the vegan lifestyle is. Think about it. It's easy to say no or to be cold and unkind because it means you create barriers to protect yourself from the world around you. Inversely, being kind means breaking those barriers down and opening ourselves up to unlimited possibilities. The Kind Kitchen embodies this mantra, to be kind. And being kind, in my mind, means creating good, wholesome food for people to enjoy, which just so happens to be vegan.